Welcome to our Hound Association 40th anniversary. Our show today has been a windy one, but I hope you've all enjoyed yourself. Before I introduce the dogs, I'd like to introduce our judge today. I think he really needs no introduction to most of you. He's a very familiar face. And of course, this year achieved Best in Show. Please welcome your judge today, Mr. Mike Gadsby. Now, before the breeds come in for the main judging, we have our imported register breed, the Cerneco del Etna, who will do a lap of honour. That's Cerneco number 760. Now leading the breeds in is the Afghan Hound. This is followed by the Basenji, then the Basset Hound, Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, Grand Basset Griffon Vendéen, the Basset Fauve de Bretagne, the Beagle, then we have the Borzoi, the long-haired Dachshund, followed by the miniature long-haired Dachshund. Then we have the smooth-haired Dachshund. Sorry, no smooth. Mini wire-haired Dachshund. Wire-haired Dachshund. The Deerhound, followed by the Finnish Spitz. Then we have the Greyhound, the Irish Wolfhound, Norwegian Elkhound, followed by the Portuguese Podengo, followed by the Rhodesian Ridgeback, then the Saluki, and the Whippet, and the best not classified, the Foxhound. We're hoping that the Hamilton Stowberry will join us later, but that is the full complement of the Hound group. The breed the judge is going over now is the Afghan Hound. This breed was judged today by Mrs. Vivian Phillips. Number 46, which is a bitch, was best of breed. There were 71 dogs giving 82 entries. On the table now is the Basenji. These were judged by Mr. D. Cullen. He had 23 dogs with 40 entries. His best of breed was the dog number 96. is now going over the Basset Hound. These were judged today by Mr. P. McGarry Arthurs. 43 dogs gave 48 entries. Best of breed was the dog number 168. On the table now is the Petit Basset Griffon Vendian. These were judged by Mr. Tom Johnston. He had 17 dogs, giving 21 entries, and best of breed was the dog number 120. Next we have the Grand Basset Griffon Vendian, judged by Mrs. Marilyn Pursglove. 15 dogs gave 26 entries. Her best of breed was the dog 108. Next to be seen is the Basset Fauve de Bretagne, judged by Mr. Keith Pursglove. 5 dogs gave 9 entries. Best of breed was a dog number 104. On the table now is the Beagle. Beagles were judged today by Mrs. Linda Havard. She had 63 dogs, giving 86 entries. Best of breed was the bitch 236. The next breed to be judged is the Borzoi. This breed was judged today by Mrs. Diana Martin. 29 dogs gave 37 entries. Best of breed, a dog number 248. On the table now is the long-haired Dachshund. These were judged today by Mrs. Jill Peake. 20 dogs gave 32 entries. Best of breed was the dog 274. Next, we have the miniature long-haired dachshund. These were judged today by Mr. Albert White. 31 dogs gave 34 entries. Best of breed was the dog number 303. On the table now is the miniature wire-haired dachshund. These were judged by Mrs. Jill Peake. 22 dogs gave 29 entries. Her best of breed was a dog number 368.
Meet you up there.
The breed on the table now is the wire-haired dachshund, judged today by Mr. Alf Wood. 1 dog was here with 2 entries. Best of breed was the bitch 349. Next, we have the Deerhound. Deerhounds were judged today by Mrs. Shirley Rawlings. 44 dogs gave 57 entries. Best of breed was a bitch, number 404. Next, we have the Finnish Spitz. Finnish Spitz were judged today by Mrs. Marilyn Pursloff. 8 dogs gave 8 entries. Best of breed was a dog, number 419. Next to be judged is the Greyhound. Greyhounds were judged by Mr. Albert White. 7 dogs gave 12 entries, and best of breed was a bitch, number 430. The breed who has now joined us is the Hamilton Strawberry. These were judged today by Mr. Tom Johnston. 7 dogs gave 8 entries. His best of breed was a bitch, number 439. The breed now being examined is the Irish Wolfhound. These were judged today by Mr. Peter Pask. 36 dogs gave 50 entries, and his best of breed went to a dog, number 465. Next we have the Norwegian Elk Hound. Elk Hounds were judged by Mrs. Nicola Croxford. She had 25 dogs giving 43 entries. Best of breed was the bitch, 476. The breed now on the table is the Portuguese Podengo. Mr. Albert White judged this breed. There were 3 dogs with 3 entries. Best of breed was a bitch, 509. Next we have the Rhodesian Ridgeback. These were judged today by Mr. Eddie Patterson. 58 dogs gave 78 entries. His best of breed went to the bitch, number 517. Next we have the Saluki. Salukis were judged today by Mrs. Joanne Mahan. There were 37 dogs giving 52 entries. Her best of breed was the dog, number 573. On the table, we have the Whippet. This breed was judged by Mrs. Morag Bolton Lockhart, who was the biggest entry of the day, with 140 dogs, giving 180 entries. Her best of breed was the dog number 742. Finally, we come to the not classified classes. These were won today by a foxhound. They were judged by Mr. Albert White. There were 4 dogs giving 4 entries, and best of breed was number 751, the dog. Now that concludes the examination of the individual breeds, and I'm sure the judge will pull out a few into a shortlist for another look. And into the middle of the ring, the Afghan Hound, the Basset Hound, the Beagle, long-haired Dachshund, the Deer Hound, the Greyhound, Norwegian Elk Hound, Rhodesian Ridgeback, and the Whippet. And thank you to all of those who are leading the ring. Now the judge is going to move them all again, so if you have any favourites, please give them some support. And the last 4. We have the Beagle, the long-haired Dachshund, Greyhound, and the Whippet. That's number 430. Into second. Second place, the long-haired dachshund. Third place, the whippet. And finally, the beagle.